Hello and welcome. This is Ghost Dimension.
Coming up on Ghost Dimension.
Whoa, that was behind. That was behind.
Wasn't it?
I was in the room there with a freaky man body.
Obviously something is taunting me a little bit, playing games.
That's from Rem. That's from Rem and the Bomb. Rem and the Bomb. Come on, let's go. Go. You go first.
Can't see.
I'll go.
You got the torch.
Yeah, follow me.
Ghost Dimension.
Tonight we head into a very old town in Yorkshire, which was actually mentioned in the Domesday Book in 1086, to investigate a haunted mill, which is now an auction house, and it appears that some of the items have their very own story to tell. Prior to becoming an auction house, Jessops Mill was a very successful men's tailoring business, run in the 1800s by father and son George and Henry Jessop. Join us as we investigate Jessops Old Mill and auction house. Items have been reported to move, and staff members have an eerie feeling that they're not on their own. A rocking chair in the mill also has been witnessed moving on its own. Are we looking at hauntings attached to items during our investigation? Or is something more sinister at work here? Jessops auction rooms houses multiple haunted items, and so we speak to Deborah to hear some of the claims to the ghostly goings on here.
Deb, you work here part-time?
Part-time.
How long have you worked here for?
4 years.
About 4 years?
Yeah.
So during your time working here, have you ever experienced any paranormal activity?
Nothing moving wise, but when I went upstairs one morning, just putting the gear away and I bent down, I felt this heavy breathing down my neck. Now, obviously, you swipe round, don't you?
Yeah.
And I'm going to call someone, oh no, ignorant, cheeky sod. Nobody there. So I ran downstairs, my heart was thumping.
Yeah.
10 to a dozen, and I said to Christopher, I said, has anybody actually come upstairs? And he says, no. He said, nothing. And apparently I went pure white.
Yeah?
And just palpitations, and I won't go back upstairs for the rest of the day. The odd occasion when I turn lights on and off, shadow at the end room, like a shadow.
Shadows are appearing in the end
Yeah,
room.
like just crossing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now whether that's anything to do with,
What this building was before?
yeah,
Because before it was a tailor's, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it was,
an
yeah.
old mill, wasn't it?
yeah.
And I believe that when it was a tailor's, there was reports of when people came in here, they had like scissors and stuff on the side.
Yeah, and then when they got come back next morning, apparently it were all moved.
It was all moved all
Yeah.
over the place.
So does anything happen like that nowadays? Does things get moved?
There's a lot of well, it's like not down here,
Yeah.
but it's like it's all upstairs.
Right.
So the activity
It's like,
is concentrated upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs. It's like just weird noises, especially when you're on your own and all.
When you are on your own, you know as well what the difference is between a normal, like a drip or a tap or a
Oh,
bang.
definitely, yeah.
It's just something else that may be forcefully knocked,
Yeah.
banged or moved.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you tell us about the rocking chair that used to move?
Every now and again, you'd come past it and it'd rock. Yeah, just on its own. But I didn't see much of that neither.
No.
No.
It didn't happen every day.
Deborah had experienced some interesting encounters, and it was now time to join tonight's psychic medium, David Russell, to see what he could sense was lurking here. David, welcome to Ghost Dimension. You're a psychic medium.
Yes.
How long have you been a psychic medium for?
I've been a professional for over 17 years, but
Wow.
I've been practicing and developing since 1988. But I have been mediumistic since being a child.
So what first drew you to it? What first happened in your life?
It wasn't so much about being drawn to doing it, it was the fact that I had so many experiences and things that needed explaining
Right.
that brought me to a church.
Yeah. All right.
So do you see the spirit in form, or do you just pick up on their energy and their presence in the areas that you go to?
It can be both. It depends on how strong that energy is that's coming through. Majority of people, you see them clairvoyantly. But there is the odd time that you can see a full manifestation.
Do you ever get scared?
As a child, yeah.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you tend to get used to it. It can still have its moments when you're woken up and there's somebody stood there, and you're not expecting it. Because it could be somebody that's broke into your house. It's when they start to fade away, then you get that it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, but not really. I mean, we're doing paranormal research compared to doing church services. There is a huge difference. When you're doing paranormal research, you are opening yourself up, and there are energies that can be negative and can have ill feeling towards you, so you've got to be on your guard.
Yeah, yeah.
What are your first impressions of this place?
It's got a fantastic energy. I don't feel negative as such, but there are a couple of hot spots, if you like to call them that give you the instance of somebody that's got anguish and a little bit of pain, but it's not directed towards anybody.
Okay.
Oh, right, okay.
Where do you feel most drawn to then?
There's a room upstairs just as you get to the top of the stairs on the right hand side, and there's a real crushing feeling, a sense of your breath being taken, which feels as though this could probably be an illness.
Oh, right.
Should we head over there now?
Absolutely.
Come on.
Brilliant, okay. So David, this is where you've brought us to. Why?
As soon as you enter the room, you can feel there's a shortness of breath.
Yeah.
As you get nearer to this corner here, it just amplifies. It just gets so strong in this spot just here. Knowing what it's attached to, because this building has so many objects, it's trying to locate it, whether it's attached to a piece of furniture, whether it's attached to an ornament, or if it's just the actual spot. But the interesting thing is, the energy is not rooted there. It is stronger there, but it does move around in this room.
Okay. What do you think this energy is?
It feels more male than female, but it also feels like anxiety, and it feels like shock, fear. But I don't feel any animosity towards anybody. It feels like the last moments and trauma.
So none of us are in danger. It's just what you're picking up on, the last moments of this.
It is, but
spirit.
I feel that person's energy is still here. It's still an intelligence that's not passed on completely.
Yeah.
So, if you like, they live in it.
Yeah.
That fear.
Is the energy consciously aware that we are here?
I believe so. But it'd be interesting to know whether they'll interact with us, because that's not always not always possible. It's not always the case, and a lot of time that can be because they've not spoken to somebody for so long that they don't think that anybody else can recognise them, so they don't particularly interact with you, and it's a case of trying to break through.
Has the energy always been here with the building, or did you feel it came in with an item?
That's something that I am not sure about at this point. Until you can absolutely locate, without moving things or going through different things, trying to find it. It's something that I tried to do earlier and I couldn't quite out.
So with this spirit, do you pick up on any names or dates?
No. I get the sense of somebody that's, as I'm just trying to tune in a little bit more, I get the sense of somebody that's balding a little bit on top, a bit of a moustache, so it's definitely male.
David, this bookshelf here, this is where Dab felt the presence earlier. Previously, when she's working, she felt like a shadow coming through, breathing down her neck. Are you sensing anything? What it could be? Is there any like playback in your mind of what that could be?
My thoughts on that are that it's got to be the same energy, the same presence that's in the rooms that's just up here at the top of the stairs. The very fact that it's come behind her, and it goes part and parcel with the fact that it feels as though it's an intelligence that's connected in that room or to an object, that it's not just the leftover energy of a person, that this person is aware of other people and is being nearer to her. But I honestly don't feel that he's trying to scare her or do anything like that.
Just intrigued.
Just
That's
intrigued.
what she's doing.
Just watching.
Yeah.
You know.
And this room you felt drawn into?
This room as well I felt drawn into, but it's not the same energy that I feel that would have been the breath.
So these are two different energies
Okay,
that
so
are
should we
connected.
head into this room?
Head in.
Yeah. So David, this is the sad room you brought us into. Why do you think it's sad?
My initial feeling with this is because there are so many objects around. It feels as though somebody's passed away. It's a house clearance, and it could be a loneliness attached to it. It feels like a female, small, but it feels as though it's a loneliness. Somebody that's ended her days.
Yeah. And is she's this female?
Female.
Is attached to
It is attached to an object. More of her there. It's,
Right.
Again, he's trying to find that exact object, and you know.
This female, I know she's sad and stuff. Is she able to interact with any other items in here?
It actually feels as though it's more attached to the
item.
item, as though it's left an impression, and it's not.
Yeah.
She's not actually there anymore.
So how does that work? How does the impression get left on an item?
It could be something that she's dearly fond of,
Right.
being next to. It could be anything like a little box that held cherished memories that she's poured a lot of energy into because she's held it. And obviously, things like any object, it has a certain amount of silicon in it.
Yeah.
It remembers things, it records things, it records that energy. The more
take
sensitive you are,
It's like a
the more you can feel that
fingerprint, isn't
energy.
it, on there?
Now, as we came in, you said that next door was a hot spot.
more of a hot spot.
Shall we head in there?
Hotter than here.
Hotter
Right.
than here.
Let's go.
Let's head
And
in.
that's not very hot because it's freezing.
There it is. So David, this is where you smelt the smoke when you first came in.
Yeah. I was just walking out of the room that's next to you just there.
Right.
And I got a sense of cigar smoke. I also picked up a gentleman. I actually feel as well that he would have been not clean shaven as well, this gentleman, and wore same clothes all the time. There's something about wearing a jacket, wearing same clothes at the time, and I know that he's attached to this building, and I've got a really lovely energy with him as well. That he would. There's a salt of the earth type energy with this gentleman.
Right.
Nice guy.
And he's still here, he's still with this place. There's also a feeling of pain in my head as well, so I don't know if you had some sort of problem. I don't know what that is, but I've got a pain in the head, just to feel his energy.
Okay.
Interesting.
Do you pick anything else up in this area?
No, just that gentleman, and he obviously loved it here. He loved what he did, he loved his routine of life, he loved the people around him. He didn't want to leave, he lived it that much, so he's still there. you
Oh,
know.
that's nice.
Yeah.
David had sensed a lot of spirit at the location, and not surprisingly, some appear to be attached to items stored here. Will our investigation tonight lure them into communication with us? Sean and I head off to investigate.
So we started our vigil
Yes.
upstairs, and all of these items in here, I would say.
Have a story attached to them, so I don't think we're... I know, I heard
Did you hear
whistle.
that? That was like a whistle or a wheeze, maybe
Yeah.
a child.
I don't think we're looking for a specific spirit.
No, I think we've got
There was
plenty.
just... Oh, no, it's your camera.
I think we've got plenty of spirits.
Yeah, I think each item brings a story with it, and then a potential spirit attached. I must say, it's freezing.
Yeah, it's very, very cold.
We came earlier on to do all the interviews and stuff, and it wasn't this cold.
No. Now, we've got a melmeter with us, which if it senses any radiation, it will set off.
Yeah.
We've also got down the corridor
The corridor.
REM pods.
Yeah.
And if any of those go off, we will show those too.
We've
But
also got a REM pod in there on the chair, just in case anything's picked up.
should we?
I've also got a machine here. This item is the item that David sensed something towards.
Downstairs before we came
Yeah,
up.
he didn't know what it was used for, but he said there's a connection to alcohol. So we've got the geophone. God, it's freezing, and we have to put this thing on top, and if there's any vibrations, the lights will go off. If we touch it, the lights will go off. That's been going off already. You know, I set it up before we even started filming on the cameras, and it's been going mental, as you can see.
Now,
So,
should we head to the haunted room there first?
yes, let's do that. This is where the chest is compressed,
Yeah.
isn't it? can't see.
Okay, this is the chest compression room where the medium earlier on felt like a presence in here.
Yeah. Did you
Listen.
That's
a
the
REM.
REM pod.
That's a REM at the bottom. REM at the bottom. Come on, let's go. Go. You go first.
Can't see.
I'll go.
You got the torch?
Yeah, follow me. There's a REM going off down here. It's like distracting us from that room.
From that room?
See if we can find it. Listen. I can see the REM flashing actually. On the floor, it's flashing, but it's not. No noise coming out of it. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can. Are you here? No, interestingly, before, when we did the interview with David, medium, the owner, Martin, he was also following us round. And he said the cigar smoke was...
You alright?
Oh, yeah.
It's a chest.
Yeah.
That's why you're feeling like this.
Yeah.
Bex must be picking up
Yeah.
the chest.
He said the cigar smoke was from the previous owner. Was it Ken?
Yeah.
Ken. And it's funny because it was in this area and the REM pods are going off.
Martin, you own this building right now.
That's right.
It was interesting because you've been following us around when the medium David's been speaking.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that we could smell, I could smell cigar smoke.
That's right, yeah.
And
It'll have been related to Ken Tuckwell. He used to run the auction room 10-15 years ago. Done it in charge of it. Just this particular section at Mill, nothing to do with the one that runs all the way. And he used to sit down there puffing away in his cigars.
if you're around here with us now, set a REM pod off, make a noise, or use your voice. Use your voice, communicate with us, let us know you're here.
Do you hear that?
Like a tap.
Yeah. And in there. Do you hear that? That was like really close.
That to me was the room here.
Yeah.
Now, should we go in?
Let's go in. Let's go in. God. It's so dark, you just can't see.
Ooh,
Whoa.
shit, a brick. That was on that cabinet.
That was?
That was on that cabinet.
Are you in here? Ken, is that you? Or are we talking to a different spirit?
Are you in here?
Do you hear that? Squeak?
Yeah.
It's like a child.
Yeah, like a... in the background. Listen.
Oh, again? Tap, tap on there.
Shit, it's a brick.
Do you hear that?
That was a voice as well.
That's behind us.
Okay, it's okay, I've got a torch.
Hello?
Knock on this cabinet again that we've got. Right, stand back. Stand back here. Right. That was me. You on the cabinet? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you zoom out?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, knock on the cabinet. In 3, 2, 1. It's gone quiet again.
It's gone quiet.
Okay.
It's gone really quiet.
Is there anybody here with us? You'd like to let us know you're here? And there again. Move one of these dolls behind us. Throw one of them up. What was that?
I don't know. It's behind me.
What was it? What was that?
I don't know. That was behind me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Instantly. Getting stuff, aren't we?
Yeah. I didn't expect that, you know. Well, you know what?
It's every piece of...
Everything.
Like we said before, every piece of furniture.
Tap tap. Yeah, behind me. Every piece of furniture is connected, or
To a spirit, to a living being.
to a living person, and not every single one of them may not be.
Be past, but there's a lot in here
Yeah.
that's, you know, it could have been attached to somebody
And they
who
cherish the
have
item.
passed.
Do that again.
No.
Yeah. That was that. That was that again. Do it again.
That's a REM
Rem.
pod.
That's a REM. Quick.
Coming, I'm coming.
quick.
That's in that room.
Yeah, that's where we left the
That's on the
geophone.
chair.
Did you hear that noise then?
Following the taps we could hear and the REM pod alarm, as we went to investigate further, a whistle was also captured. Was this the same spirit which set the REM pod off?
Yeah, that's where we left the
That's on the
geophone.
chair.
Did you hear that noise then? Walk, go on, walk or touch that device on the table and it'll light up.
Oh my god.
Go on, touch it. I'll turn this REM pod off.
Yeah.
Touch the lights.
Every time you say touch the lights.
It lights.
Can you touch the light for us, please? I heard that.
Yeah, right
I
next
heard
to
it.
you.
Yeah, I did.
Like
right
a
next.
rustle
Yeah.
of something
Yeah.
next to Bex.
Did you hear that? Shh. Somebody went shh.
Yeah. Shh. Go on, Meg. What happened? What happened?
Somebody's in the room. Somebody's in the room.
There is.
Somebody's in the room with us now. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Tap tap tap.
Tap, tap, tap. I'll show you there's
Not
nobody in the
normal.
room.
Not normal.
The geophone flashing as well. I'll show you there's nobody in the room. Geophone's flashing. Bex, let's head back down there and see what we can get.
Oh God!
What's happened?
When you said that, it's going mental.
Do you know what I think this is?
What?
It's a distraction.
It's, you know what? It won't focus on it because there's a light it's trying to focus on. So I'm gonna have to go from now a long shot. It's not focusing when I'm zooming in.
Come on, flash.
If you're viewers, please set the REM pod off again. Come on. We know you can do it. We know you're strong enough to set off the REM pod. This is weird. I've never felt that before. Somebody's in the room.
I still think we should head back.
Yeah, let's go back
Because
down.
I think somebody's trying to keep us away from there.
I don't think it's good in
Let's
that
go
room.
down.
And I think it's Ken. Can you smell cigar smoke?
Yeah. Tell you it's a distraction.
Yeah.
Every time we try and move, somebody wants us back.
I'll go first.
Okay, go.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Ken? Are you looking out for me and Sean? Are you telling us not to go into that room?
Can you throw anything at us or move an object? Throw something?
Wow. Tell me what you feel. Stand there. Tell me what you feel when you come through this room.
Smoke of cigar.
And what else do you feel?
Headache. What do you feel?
Headache and cold breeze in my face. Are you in here? Anybody in here that we can communicate with?
Can you come and speak to us? Tap on one of these drums.
Can you imagine if that went off?
Yeah, I would have run.
I'd run.
Over here, Bex. I spotted this before. It's this item. Because, and I'm just thinking if we tap it. Can't see, I really can't see anything. Now, if you can copy that noise, make a noise for us like that, or tap on the drums, we'd be made up.
I just can't believe the REM pod went off. When we went down there,
Yeah.
I felt like I walked through something.
And then we got
the
headaches
geophone was
in
going
here.
off and headaches in here.
What did you hear? That?
What did you hear that? That was a voice out there.
Whoa, whoa.
Something moved.
Did Did you catch anything on the geophone?
On the geophone, on here, I don't know.
Oh no, it's not geophone, sorry.
Xylophone, isn't it?
Xylophone. I'll just check.
God.
There's nobody there.
Hello?
It's like, they know what we're doing and they want to communicate with us, but there's different people pulling us all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if I do a lone vigil at all, it's going to be up this end.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel comfortable down there, and only because, look, I don't know if I can get this, but I'm going to try.
Okay.
I'm going to zoom in as far as I can. However, we're right up here, and the geophone's still vibrating. It's still flashing. Can you...
What was that?
You know what I was about to say? Can you tap on the eye?
I didn't hear that.
Can you see it?
I can see the geophone. I don't think you're going to catch it on the cameras.
Yeah,
too.
I can.
You got it?
Yeah. It's not... It's fuzzy, so I apologise,
You can get
but...
it. Make it flash all the way to the top.
Thank you.
They pulled us up here and then down there.
But because that spirit wants us to go down there. But
Let's
then
go.
Ken, if it's Ken...
It's pulling us away to be safe.
Yeah.
Should we
that's
go
what I
back down
think.
there?
Yeah.
Can't see because it's so pitch black. What have you got?
Movement and noise in here.
Caught it on camera.
I've not caught any movement, but I've caught noise if it's registered on it.
Whoa,
Do you
that was
hear it?
behind. That was behind.
It was, wasn't it?
That was in the room there with the freaky man body. Go on out and ask it
It's
to
all
do.
over. It really is. I've never been into a place where the energy is so electric when you turn the lights off. Really
Ask
haven't.
it to do it again.
Can you do some movement?
Mm-hmm. That was that. Bex. What?
Somebody's gone up the stairs.
No.
They are.
And that's flashing as well. And that's...
Hello? Is that somebody alive walking up the stairs? That one of the crew?
I heard that right behind.
Don't want to go. You go.
Where?
You
That,
go.
down there.
Just look at the stairs just to see if
Who
it's
the
our
hell
crew.
is that?
Just go and see if it's one of our crew. Because I heard that footsteps. Just to see if it's somebody on the stairs.
Nobody there.
Oh God, somebody's behind me. We were experiencing so much activity and it was clear to hear we were not alone. So we decided to split up on our own and investigate further. I have to admit, tonight I feel really, really weird. There's an energy in this place that you just can't be fingering, and I think it is because there's so much littered everywhere, so many items littered everywhere that, you know, a lot of those items will be bringing a story through with it. And I think, you know, I'm no medium, but anybody can sense that, especially when the lights go out, because your emotions and everything's more heightened. And just doing a duel with Sean, it just, I don't know, you could feel like there was something following us, and so it's put me on edge a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pan round the room, I'm going to take you around for a walk, and then we'll get started calling out as well. Is there anybody in here? Anybody want to make... What was that? What was that?
So while Bex is investigating up at the top end of this mill and this auction rooms, I'm investigating the room we started with, David, and before the medium, where apparently that people get. Sorry, I got distracted then. I thought I heard somebody popping something. There's a lot of distraction of water in here. And I'll explain in a second why that's interesting. But David, the medium, sensed, so was the owner, people having like chesty conditions in here. Maybe related to somebody that was here. I'm just going to pan the camera over there. Now, but the reason it's interesting is obviously it's leaking into this room. The water is, but water is a great conductor for spirit. So, if we've got water, we've got spirit. Let's see if we can get some of them to interact with us. Okay, if there's anybody here with me, can you come forward, affect me, or go over to Bex and affect Bex?
What the hell was that? Something banging over here. A big bang. Is that you? Can you make the REM pod go off outside? I won't go outside because I'm too scared, to be honest, tonight. It's definitely got an uncanny feeling, it really has. I can't put my finger on what it is. It's just there's so much in this room.
Give me an indication you're here. A sign. Show yourself and come forward. If anybody has given like any chesty conditions, if you're the person that's doing this, do it to me. Now, I don't know if that was water. No, that definitely wasn't, and there was a light in this room then. I don't know if we would have caught that in the infrared or not. Can you... Hello? 1, 2, 3. Footsteps. I hear soft footsteps. No, nobody should be here with me. So I'll just check. I'm not too sure if those footsteps came from this room over here, which I'll show you now. It's another room full of items. Now, these items are obviously items from. These items are obviously items that people would have owned, and their spirits, I believe, from what the medium was saying and the owners were saying, are attached. So I'll show you what we've got. We've got all sorts. What's the REM? Some of these items date back hundreds of years. See the geophone going off there? Look. Set our geophone off again, please. Come on. Thank you. Can you do it again? Thank you very much. It's fantastic. Ooh.
There's just so much, you just can't imagine all the spirits that must reside in this building. And that's why we get so much. Shit. Oh no. Oh God. Hello? Hello? Okay. I'm going back in because I do feel safe in this room. Safer than the hall and safer than out there in any of those rooms. Oh, the REM pod keeps going off. Oh, I don't want to go out. I really don't. I don't want to go out. But the REM pod keeps going off. Hello? Hello? Oh, God. Fuck me. You're a nice spirit, I know you are. Because the medium told us. But why do you keep setting off the REM pod? I said I wouldn't come out of that room, but you've made me come out of the room.
I'm getting like the chesty condition now. It's like really tight on my chest. But I'm trying to explain about this geophone, which you can see here, actually flashing. There's no movement in here, and it's flashing away. And at the same time, you can probably hear it in my voice. My chest is tightening up. Just, you know, it feels like somebody. Whoa, okay, it's going again. Somebody's putting pressure. If that was you that's doing this, can you light that or make a big yeah, thank you. I saw that light. Make it on as like really big if you can. Thank you. I think that this is the spirit that the medium was picking up on before David. That it seems to move around this building. I wouldn't be surprised if this has got some connection to do with the like person stood over Deb or Debbie before when she was explaining about when she was checking the bookcase.
There really is somebody out there. There really is. I'm gonna go back into the room and... Okay. Oh God, no. As soon as I come into this room, the REM pod's going off out there. Can you hear it? It was weird. I can't do it for much longer. The atmosphere's just changed, and it's like, come here, come there, come here, come there. So I'm following the noises, and they're just... Did you hear that? REM pods are going off. When I go to see the REM pods, they stop, and then something up at the other end of the room, the hall, knocks or bangs. I just quite came in here before, and I heard somebody walking past me. Can you hear the REM pod? I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see if I see anything. Okay, you've set the REM pod off. I'm going to come up and check it out. Not happy because everybody I just seen a massive orb. Everybody keeps pulling me from which way. Oh my God. Oh, there's something in there. I don't want to go in.
Can you give me a whistle if you're here? If I whistle, will you be able to whistle back for me? No way. I'm going to do it again, but can you copy me? This place is so creepy to be here on your own in the dark, even with like the noises that you can genuinely hear of traffic outside. Okay, thank you, I heard that. I'm trying to make sure you can see what I can see.
You know, I've not been into a building. REM pods are going off again, and I've just come in here. I've not been in a building for a while that makes me feel like this. I really haven't. There's just... Okay, that was the xylophone. Okay, let me start again. Let me turn it round. So, the REM pod is in that room, keeps going off. The xylophone is in that room up there where we've just been, and it's just gone off. I come down to see what's in this room, and now there's something up there.
So as I'm asking this to happen, REM pods are going off, and probably Bex will be picking that up. It's like weird, man. It faint in the distance, but I can hear it going off, so it's closer to Bex than it is to me. Okay. That was something. I should see if I can see what it was. It was like a rat-a-tat-tat. Maybe it was from this room. I didn't find anything. But it was definitely like a... Yeah, like that. Like a knock. Ooh, okay. That was a voice.
It's obviously something is taunting me a little bit, you know, playing games, REM pods going off, geophones, xylophones, something running backwards and forwards, noises in the other room where we went and investigated. I'm going to go back out into the hall. I'm going to do one final sweep and then I'm going to call it a day. Okay, wish me luck. Okay, so, Ken, I'm coming out. Oh, God. Oh, God, I can hear. Oh, dear. Oh, I can hear somebody breathing. Sounds like a raspy breathing. Ken? I'm not here to harm you. You have an amazing building. Something's in there. Something's in that room. Fuck! Oh God, it's the REM pod right there. If that goes off, that's me. Oh God, there's somebody in there?
I know your game now. You want me to leave this room, don't you? And you're putting that chest condition on me again. And now I can feel something around my legs here, look. I don't know if we can see anything, there was something pushed against my legs. But in this room, you're making it hard to breathe. And I think there's something different going on to what the medium thinks. I think you want people to feel your pain.